Hello YouTube and welcome to the KJ Nation. Do we need a KJ Nation? Maybe. Let's find out together. I bought my 2005 Jeep Liberty Limited about 2 years ago. And for the first year, we only ever used it as an emergency vehicle to get out of the snow, get out of our subdivision, inclement weather, ice, or towing. But this year, we took it on some trails. We went to Colorado, went up the Argentine Trail, looked at some of the mines up there, hit that 14,000 foot mark. And I gotta tell you, I was so impressed with this little Jeep. We were on this trail following built Toyotas, built Jeeps, people with massive 40-inch tires, and we just followed them without any issues. Up this mountain, back down the mountain. And I've owned a few rugged vehicles. I mean, we've had Toyota 4x4s before. We've had Dodge Durangos. I've had Subarus. And this Jeep KJ, I've got to tell you, handled itself amazing. The weight to power ratio is almost perfect. It's a little underpowered, but I think we can fix that if you follow this channel. And with that independent front suspension, the ride comfort is phenomenal. When I was in the Durango, you felt everything. It's terrible. The Toyotas aren't bad. They also have the independent front suspension. But not to mention, some of the engineering on these little KJs is amazing. And it really make this the little Jeep that could. Now, disclosure, I'm not a mechanic. I've been working on cars most of my life. I've built Volkswagens and I listed out some of the other vehicles we've had. And I don't even own a garage. So what I really wanted to do with this channel is show people that even if you're not a mechanic, maybe not even a car person, and you just have some simple basic tools, you can do most of the work yourself and have a pretty bitchin' ride at the end of it. I've watched a bunch of the videos on YouTube, and there are some good videos out there. I'll link through, as we go through some of our videos, I'll link to other people that are doing videos on KJs. But there's no channel out there really that gives the KJ the respect it deserves. Now, why aren't there a whole lot of channels on YouTube about KJs? It's probably because we're 15 years too late on this, right? I mean, we're looking at 2002 to 2007 for the first gen, and then the KKs, 2008 to 2012. So no matter what, we're looking at vehicles that are 15 to 20 years old. That makes aftermarket parts much more difficult to get a hold of. It makes custom parts almost impossible to get a hold of, even though they are Jeeps. And there are a lot of parts out there for the KJ, not as many as there could have been. So we're going to do a lot of the work ourselves. We're going to do some welding, we're going to do some cutting, we're going to do some fabrication. And I figured that maybe if you're watching this channel, you have an interest in KJs, you might want to come along on the journey. So buckle up. I don't know how many videos we're going to end up doing. I have no idea how or where or how frequently videos are going to pop up. Like I said, I don't have a garage. It's currently winter here in Missouri, and there is snow on the ground. So we'll do what we can as we can. If you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. I don't care if you subscribe or not. If you have a KJ, you might want to. But what we are going to do is build this vehicle together. Maybe you'll want to build some of your own, and then we'll wheel it. We'll see what happens. We'll take it out on the trails. We'll get some video. We'll put that up. We're going to see how awesome this little vehicle can be. So stick with us. But today I want to show you the first couple of upgrades we're going to be doing. So I picked up this radical JK bumper. It was custom made. Guy bought the Jeep for his wife, and she didn't want this bumper. So I got this massive hunk of steel for $100 off of, I think this was off Facebook, actually. So I'm really, really happy with this purchase. We've got some LED lights that come with it, and of course all the mounting gear. The other purchase I got were these off of TJ, I think. Anyway, he had taken them off and was selling them again on the Facebook marketplace for the grand sum of $30. So considering that they're actually decent steel, and they do have a step for the wife, I measured them out, and they are going to fit. These came off of a two-door, mind you, and they will fit really well on the KJ. So when I get to doing these upgrades, I'm going to include you guys. But when I started to look at what it really took to get the front bumper off so that I could start this upgrade process, I discovered that YouTube is full of shit. And that would probably include me at some point during all of this. But they always show you just coming in and unclipping these little clips, right? Well, KJ Nation, some of you might know that's not exactly how this works. The problem comes with the fact that, at least on the 2005, and I'm not going to make any answers for any other model, I'll even go so far as to be specific on the 2005 Limited. These clips are full-on hooks that hook over this plastic. They're not beveled like I've seen on some of them and on some of the videos even on YouTube. So when I go to try and take this off, I can't get this clip over this piece of plastic as easily as all those videos would show you. So I want you to be mindful that sometimes the videos are not going to be your specific situation. So while they're really quite simple on these outer clips, these inner clips, and this one's actually already broke. So we bought this about a year and a half ago. This is the first time I'm really tearing into this thing at all. And this one's clipped, this one's already broken. So I'm assuming that whomever had this before us and obviously loved it and took care of it, because that's pretty damn clean overall for 2005. I think they got very frustrated with trying to get this front fascia grill off also. So, but that has to come off so that I can get that bumper on there. I'm using a washcloth here to protect the chrome. Not that I want to keep the chrome, but I don't want to mar the plastic up for when I do paint it, so I don't have these tooth marks from the channel locks. And then I am going to be using needle nose pliers, because a screwdriver thin enough to get back here is going to bend or break. These needle nose pliers are at least a lot stronger. Let's take a look at these, because everybody else on YouTube just snap, 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 and it's off. And what I've been talking about is that these clips are essentially C-clips. So they're not beveled, they don't just snap off. So if you're having trouble getting them off, don't feel like you're the only one, and don't think that all those videos that just snap it off are the normal, because they're apparently not. Anyway, the rest of it is very simple, and there are lots of videos out there besides this one showing that this thing just lifts off. If you want to take out this center section, this is literally just snapped in there. Again, the whole reason I wasn't using it to begin with was because
These things just pop right out. What's the issue? What's the big problem? And they don't just pop out. Some of those guys on YouTube do this stuff quite a bit. And some regular owners out there may not know everything it takes. So there, it comes out. You can clean that up, spray paint that any color you want, because it's just plastic. Make sure you use a self-etching plastic paint or something. And then, I got a lot of prep work on this chrome, because chrome doesn't take paint very easily. Still don't understand why auto manufacturers put chrome on plastic. It's really dumb.
I made my own machine. It's the real big scene.